Greetings, friends. It's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush and another little house. This is an Illinois Swiss house. When I was a little girl, I lived in Indiana, and I was very impressed that many of the houses, the counties, the towns, and even in Illinois, had a Swiss influence. As a matter of fact, we lived in Switzerland County when I was a little girl, and the houses had sort of a Swiss feel with the little chalet-looking windows and features. I don't even know what you'd call that. Those little brown wooden structures around the windows and around the frames of the house. It was so charming. When I went to Switzerland and saw the same thing, I thought, oh, that's where the influence came from, and it was just really sweet and dear. And so I had to put a Swiss house in my little models. Naturally, I've only drawn on the lines, and you have to do the contrasting colors yourself. Many of the houses in Illinois and in Indiana, I noticed, had a lot of brick and stone because the winters get very cold, and it makes sense. I also added a little blue to the windows because, glass, it reflects the sky. I added a porch to this one and these little dormer windows. I always like them. They're so charming. They remind me of the movies, Friendly Persuasion. And what's the other one? Thee I Love. Oh, charming movie. So you want to score all of these lines so that they will fold properly. Once you've colored them, you score them before you cut them out. And you just run a marker or something that's dull, that's not sharp, across the lines to make a dent in the paper so that it will fold perfectly. It just makes the whole process so much easier because you're using a cardstock paper. Then you cut it out along the dark lines. This is another of the houses in the books that I have printed. They're available on Lulu Press. Some of them have been loaded onto Amazon, but not all of them. And you just copy them onto heavyweight paper and make them your way. I made the roof just a brown, wooden roof, but I could have added more details to it. Then on the porch, you very carefully cut out the porch windows around the pillars that hold the porch up, and very carefully fold those lines, because now that you've cut them and you've got some thin paper there, it tends to want to fold and buckle in places you don't want it to. So you've got to hold the paper. Once you put the glue on it, you've got to hold it for a while for it to really bond well. About 20 to 30 seconds works pretty well, I find. And then you put together the main house and put on the roof. And then you're ready to put the porch in place. I decided to add a bottom to the porch because you can actually see the floor of the porch through those pillars. I also added a little bead on the doorknobs. It's just a little wooden bead. And the chimneys. I do like the chimneys. Here in California, we just don't have too many chimneys. There's all these regulations about burning things. And so, well, we don't have enough cold weather to really have a good fireplace that's necessary. So I guess it makes sense. So it's when I'm traveling to colder climates that I really find the charm of other houses. Now I've put on my little dormer window. It goes directly onto the roof. So you want to cut it out, fold it together, glue on the roof of the dormer, and then stick it onto the roof of the main house. And here's how it looks when it's all done. I think I could have held onto that porch a little bit longer because you can see the edge of it sticking up ever so slightly. Elmer's glue is good stuff, but it doesn't bond real well if you don't hold it down for a while. And I do like how it turned out. Here's one I did many years earlier with a different color scheme. So as you can see, it looks completely different with different colors. And there it is. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate all my friends. Do come again and see what else I'm making. There's always something going on here. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.